Good morning, friends. If you're watching the replay, say hello. I would love to know that you're here and hanging out with me. I am in my backyard in a camp chair because I just wanted to have a change of scene. And I encourage you to do that in your life and business. It's so fun to get out of the routine, get out of the norm, and I wanted to share with you just some major breakthrough I've been happening and how I've gotten it. And it's always been this way for me. I've always gotten clarity and breakthrough by doing this thing, and yet I forgot. I forgot that this is how I get unstuck when I'm stuck. And that is by giving myself white space, CEO, brain space to think, not just execute, because I'm really good at like getting things done, but we also need that white space, right, to take a step back and really give our brain space to breathe and be creative and imaginative. And I knew that, right? Like that I didn't forget. And I've been trying to prioritize it. But what I forgot is how, oh good, hopefully, is this still broadcasting? How I get that space, because I knew that this space is important, right? That like CEO white space, but I forgot how I truly get it. And it doesn't just mean prioritizing it and like putting it on the calendar, but for me, this is the secret. It's working ahead in my business. No questions asked. Because for me, when I work ahead, because right now how I'm working ahead is I'm writing out all the stuff for the challenge we're doing in 2 weeks. And so usually in order to work ahead, I have to have a reason and an incentive and a deadline, right? Like when I was pregnant with my daughter and I created 6 months of content in advance, right? How did I do that? Well, that was basically the biggest fire under my booty deadline ever, right? Is I'm going to have a child. I know that it's a non-negotiable to be present with her. And so I'm going to create some white space, right, for that. And so right now, I really felt motivated I'm going to do everything I need to do so that when we do this challenge in 2 weeks, I can be fully present, right? So I've been creating and doing all of that in advance. So again, I've had this like white space and even though like I'm still in the process of creating all of that, right? This extra margin and space to say, okay, I think there's something magical that happens in our brain when there's like that breathing room and we're able to think creatively, think inspired, and and it's not from that place of, oh, I have to create to make money in my business or to put something out there like tomorrow, like that pressure, right? Instead, we feel delighted and excited. And our brain, I feel like from a place of abundance, gets to come up with the next thing and the next ideas in our business, or whatever we have kind of planned as like a framework for our next few months. Our inspired ideas can fit within that, right? When we have an idea, we can say, okay, but does this idea fit within my big plan? Does this feel good? And is this fitting in with my big overall scheme so that I'm not like self-sabotaging, right? Like, does this idea fit? And if not, how can I make it fit? If you're here with me this morning, feel free to say hello. I have been playing on the platform Anchor, and this morning did a little mini podcast on fear versus intuition because of this white space. Last night I was just brainstorming and I came up with a new idea, it wasn't really a new idea, it's something that's been on my heart and mind for a while, but I literally just like brain dumped the whole sales page on like a piece of graph paper in like 20 minutes, one draft, one take, right? And I asked myself, like, why? Like, why did that come so easy? Why did it come so clearly? And I truly believe it's because I created that margin. I created that white space. And like, it's almost like my brain had that permission to breathe and to feel excited and inspired. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. And the reason I want to share this with you guys is because I've been trying to prioritize white space in my business. I've been trying to prioritize time to feel motivated and inspired again, because I think 1 year in a business, I definitely hit this place of like, I don't know. I think I was just seeing things online that were frustrating me, and I definitely hit a hard space. And I think that just combined with summer, right? And the call to just like, it's summer, I just want to be present in life, right? And be present and enjoy it. I was trying to prioritize my white space, but it was almost like I was forcing it, right? I was like, okay, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to not do tasks, right? And I'm just going to let my next inspired thing come, right? I was almost like trying to force the white space. But I think the big breakthrough I had today and yesterday was realizing, oh, how do I really create not just like a block on my calendar for white space? How do I actually feel free mentally? It's working ahead in my business, definitely. Because I think like subconsciously my brain knows like, okay, things are taken care of for the next few weeks, right? Like things, of course, like I'm still going to show up, but like things are set up. So Anna, you have permission to, and room and margin to be creative. And then it's like when the ideas come up, me making sure, okay, do I want to, not feeling pressure to do it right now, but like, do I want to do this now? Do I want to do this later? What does it look like? Where does it fit in with the big picture of my business? Because I think it's so important to do both. Right? And something I am, spoiler alert for the 4 of you watching, releasing after my challenge is a tool that's going to help you do one of 2 things, because I find that people, in showing up with content in their business, they really struggle with 1 or 2 things. They either are really great at planning ahead, but they really struggle with showing up in the moment and being consistent and daily showing up in their business and kind of writing in an inspired way that really is sparky and really connects with their ideal clients. Or they're great at showing up on the daily. They're awesome at writing really compelling, connecting content, but they struggle with planning ahead, right? Which stinks, because then we're feeling really trapped in our business, right? We're feeling really stuck, and we're not feeling like we have space and margin in our business to take a vacation, to have a child, right? To do all those things. And so what this is going to do is give you a tool to do both, whether you are, whatever you identify that you need to improve in. And let me know in the comments below if one, you need to get better at showing up consistently in your business, kind of like writing, and from that like inspired, like if you want to work on your connection with your audience, right? Like if you know you need to be more connected and more in tune, put a 1 for me, and put a 2 if you feel like you're pretty in tune, but you're like, I need space, like I need margin in my business, I need to learn and get disciplined to work in advance so that I can enjoy my life, right? And if you're watching the replay, let me know those things too. So 1, if you want to get better at writing in the content in the present, and 2, if you want to get better at content in the future. I would love to hear that. So that's, hello, Stacy. 2, Stacy wants to work on writing ahead. And Stacy, tell me why. Like, what do you want to make margin for in your life and business? Sorry, things are getting a little sunny, and then also, do you notice like it's blurry over here on this? It's because I had my iPhone screen replaced, and I think they might have left like a thumbprint on the camera or something, but who knows? That's all I have for you. Looking forward to the challenge where I'm helping you create 5 pieces of content that really resonate with your audience, to get them speaking back. And it's beautiful. Like if you've never really had your audience speak back to you and engage with you, it is so motivating and inspiring, because that's why you got in this thing, right? Like that's why you do what you do, is to help people and serve people and really make a difference in their lives. So when you see them starting to connect back with you from the beginning, it's just a game changer, and I really feel like keeps you in the game. So if you're on the verge of like, is this worth it? I'm not getting traction in my business. I feel like I'm just going to give up. Or should I even start? Maybe you haven't even started your online business and you're like, I don't even know if I feel like a lot of people, you guys, get burned out before they ever start, before they even get visible online, because they've been in it, they've been downloading, hashtag all the freebies, but they're not producing content yet, and they're not getting response from their audience. So it's like a one-sided thing, right? Like they're putting in effort, they're studying, they're researching, they're learning, they're downloading all the freebies, but they're not getting income in their business. They're not getting response on their posts because they're not writing posts, right? And so that is why I feel like, honestly, burnout happens is when we're giving, like it's uneven, right? We're giving more than receiving, and burnout happens even, this is just my guess, but I would guess that more people get burned out even before they start their online business than in their online business. Is that crazy? So if you're in that position, and if you haven't yet started your online business, or if you're not making a stable amount of income every month, and you feel like, gosh, I'm burning out, but I feel weird even feeling like it must not be burnout because I'm not even making money in my business, or I'm not showing up, I'm not visible, I haven't opened my bit. It's totally normal and totally understandable that you would be burning out. How do you get over that? How do you not burn out? By starting to receive. And how do we receive? By asking for it, right? And you have to be somewhat visible, writing a little bit of content to be able to have people respond and comment back and start feeling that flow of that like even energy exchange, right? So don't get burned out. Let's get the flow coming back. And that's what we're going to do together August 21st. You can sign up at annafranza.com/engagement, and we're going to be getting you some comments and some even energy exchange back. I'm so looking forward to it. Stacy says, I have a lot going on. Planning more than a week or two advance is a challenge. Oh my gosh. It is a challenge, but you can so do it. Now I'm going to give you a tool, Stacy, to be able to do that a little tiny chunk at a time. Because you guys know I have my Content Miracle Masterclass where I show you the steps I took to do 6 months of content in advance, but I realized some people that might be a little overwhelming, and they may not have, like I had, that deadline of like a child, right? And so this, what I'm going to do is it's basically a much smaller, easier, doable way to write in advance for just like a little baby chunk. If you're like, just want to like gain trust within myself and trust that I can write a little in advance, that's what this is going to be. It's going to be beautiful. Okay. Also wanted to remind you that I am doing, this is like my last week probably of doing discovery calls for my 6-month mentorship. So if you're interested, hop on a discovery call with me. I promise they are low pressure. It's basically a chance for you to get clarity on what is next in your business. If one-on-one support is a fit for that, we're going to figure that out. And the beautiful thing about that too is you're going to have clarity one way or the other, whether that's working with me or a different resource. So I'll put the link to that and our beautiful challenge. And the cool thing about this challenge, you guys, is it's proven, even though I've never done it as a challenge before, the way that I teach engagement and the way that I teach you to bring who you already are online and getting engagement, it's proven because I've had several clients do it. And the cool thing is I'm like doing like a little companion workbook for you guys, and I'm putting examples of how people have done this and gotten like massive results and comments and likes, and not just like surfacey ones, right? Like, because that's not the point. Like, honestly, I would rather have like one comment from someone that was really changed and impacted by my work, and like they were applying it and it was making a difference in their life, than like 100 empty comments, right? So that's not the point. The point isn't to get like 1 million comments, but to get response and feedback, and kind of start that conversation with people that are meant to connect with your work. So 2 things, annafranza.com/engagement party for that challenge that starts August 21st. And if you are ready to like do one-on-one work and massively make momentum and build more income into your business, I would love to strategize and partner with you on that. It's my last few spaces, maybe even my last space before my price increase in September. So PM me if you want to chat about that and get clarity around if my one-on-one support is a good fit for what you're needing to really move forward with your momentum as we finish 2017. Okay, have a beautiful Monday. Oh, hi, Claire. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Raina. Wishing you guys a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you later.